Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. This is my number 10 speech. I'm really excited to try to inspire you. This point number 10 is inspiring. I wanted to start off with this thought. Have you ever felt like you are powerless as an individual? If you hear the news, you hear about horrible problems in the environment, possibly that might affect you or your children, and there's horrible crimes happening all the time, and maybe the economy is not doing so well. What can one person do about all this stuff as an individual? Well, nowadays, with technology and new ways to communicate and connect with each other, it's never before easier to band together and form connections with people who share similar interests and goals as yourself. So in this speech, I'm going to be talking about the 3 steps to moving from being powerless to being empowered, to feel like you're having control to take action on the world, to make the world a better place. And the 3 things are create, connect, and care. Okay, so first of all, creating. Did you know that Toastmasters, how many people know Toastmasters was made in 1923? Right, what? So Toastmasters? In the 20s. Okay, Toastmasters has been around for quite some time. But in 1902 or so, there was no Toastmasters. There was a guy named Ralph Smedley, I think he was in Illinois. He was involved in working at a YMCA, which is the Young Men's Christian Association. And he started a public speaking club for the young men. So this was a really cool idea. He actually created this idea of maybe if we get a group together of people, we can practice our public speaking skills. And about 20 years later, he moved to California, and the first ever Toastmasters Club was born. There's still a Ralph Smedley Award today that honors our founder. So as I was saying, sometimes you might feel powerless as an individual. But when you're with a group of people, such as the community we enjoy in this group, you feel like we do have ability, a voice, an ability to change. But if Toastmasters hadn't been created, we would have never been able to do this. So creating is the first step. So secondly is connecting. How many people here heard about Toastmasters through a friend? Lots. How many people found this online, on the internet? But still quite a big number. So it is now really easy to connect with organizations and groups in your community. Who here has heard of meetup.com? Yes, and who has gone to a meetup? Quite a bit. Meetup is really cool. Craigslist is another one of these things. Is that these technologies, websites, the internet, allow people who are alone and isolated individuals to find people who share similar interests and goals and come together and do things together. Whether it's for self-improvement like Toastmasters or whether it's in a creative way. To give an example, about a year ago or 2 years ago, I really had an interest in filmmaking. I didn't know anything about making films. I thought, I'd really like to make a film. So I put an ad on Craigslist saying, hey, I'm a student, I'd like to make a film, anyone want to make one with me? Have you ever done this? Anyone done that kind of stuff? Craigslist, you can post anything on Craigslist and you get all these replies. So I did. I got about 5 people reply. One of them replied back. He actually did a master's degree in visual effects in Australia. And he works on big budget movies like Harry Potter and Tron, and doing the visual effects. But he's never made a film before. And he said he'd really like to make a film himself, because he's always working for these other people doing their films. So we met up at the library, and it was a nice day, and he was saying, well, I'd like to make a film on Granville Street. Just interview people and do cool stuff. So that week, we found a few other people on Gavell Street, near the library. We were also interested in films. And that week we made a film. We worked really hard, stayed up late, and interviewed all these random people on Gavell Street, put together a documentary. And we submitted it to the Vancouver Short Film Festival. That's an example of how, using these new technologies, you can reach out and form and connect with others in your community and do stuff like, whether it's social action, environmental groups, self-improvement like Toastmasters like we have here, or something creative. So finally, we come to the third stage. Now you've figured out how to create a community, how to connect with people, and get a group together. So you're excited about doing something, or having action. And you've got a lot of enthusiasm, and you've got power, because you have people working together. But what is the missing ingredient?
Care.
Yes! It is.
It's care.
It is care. You have to care about something. You have to care about an issue, something you're passionate about. Do you care about making the world a better place? So I went to a very interesting talk on Friday, put on by a Vancouver entrepreneurial group. And they had a very successful CEO of a Seattle-based company. It's a technology company. And his company raised $30 million in January for venture capital. That's like quite a significant VC for Seattle. But do you know what his company does? Can anyone guess?
Thanks.
He makes all stocks? No. Okay. He has a website that lets people upload photos of cats. And it's called Ball Cats, and it's a huge phenomenon, part of popular culture. From anyone who's like 20-something and younger, just loves these cat photos. And then it's a huge phenomenon. It's more, and his goal, his mission, you think, well, does he care about anything? He's just out there to make money. He just wants to get money from those cats. He told me he's actually allergic to cats. But does he care? Well, he does. He says that his mission is to entertain everyone in the world for 5 minutes a day. So he does care. And he brightens up someone's day. Like, he told a story about someone wrote to him saying, I print out your cat photos and I bring them to my mom who has cancer in the hospital. And we have a laugh. Okay, so to wrap up, I think you must be concerned about something in the world. Whether it's the future of your children, of our environment, society. Maybe you really want to do something, like something you've never done, like learn music or creating something. Well, just follow the 3 steps, which are?
Yes.
Very nice. So, if you create a community and you connect with others who have similar interests and goals, and you care about doing something that helps the world be a better place, you can, instead of being a powerless individual, you can be like droplets of water that form a river of change or a river of positive effect on the world. So these are all available to us, and never before been easier to connect and leverage these social media tools or local organizations like Toastmasters. And we can start a revolution together. So, thank you.